Welcome to Gofurgon Islamia Government Online School. Dear student, how are you? I hope that you are safe and sound, healthy and hearty. You know that our government has already declared lockdown. That's mean we have to stay at our residence for our safety. And we have to save ourselves from COVID-19. And this is Mazharul Islam. Today I am going to take a new class for class 6. Those who are student of grade 6 2021. And it's a measurable condition. You are a student of grade 6 but you have not got chance to come to school regularly for taking your class due to COVID-19. What I know, you are trying and you are continuing your studies different way. But today I am going to discuss about your English first paper textbook. How will you read the textbook and how can you enhance your English knowledge and how can you develop your speaking power in English. I am trying my level best to help you and you will listen it very carefully. Dear student, you know that English is an international language, English is a global language, English is a common language. But it's very regrettable condition that our students, they learn English only for getting good marks. But they don't understand what's the topic. They are not able to read the topic very fluently. Why? Because most of the students, they don't read the English topic loudly. They think that it's not our main duty. Our main duty, how can we achieve, how can we get the best number, highest number. So you are student of grade 6, you have already completed your primary level. Now you are in secondary level. But from today, you have to promise yourself that I will be able to speak in English. But how will you start? I will help you. Listen my speech very carefully. Dear student, every language has 4 skills. How can you learn? Not only Bangla, but also English and other languages. What? Its name is listening, speaking, reading, writing. Dear student, our mother tongue is Bangla. We are able to speak Bangla. How? Because when you and I were a child, at first we were listen. And listening skill is called foundation. Okay? And every time where you and I are staying, every people talk with us, speak with us, communicate with us Bangla. As a result, every day we hear, we listen a lot of Bangla. But we never listen English. But what should we do for learning English? And when we learn English, we never listen. Then we never speak. But sometimes we read and most of the time we write when we learn English. But when we learn Bangla, that means Bengali is our mother tongue. We use at first listen, then speak, read and write also. But if you don't listen Bangla, you are not able to speak Bangla. Because when you were child, I was child, but at first we don't read about our mother language letters. At first we listen. Dear student, you have to listen my speech. But how can we learn and how can we improve ourselves for learning English? But we have no capability to listen because your surrounding people, they are not used to speak English with you. But you have to try yourself. As like every student, and most of the students are used to watch cartoon. You can watch cartoons in English version. Then you will try to listen. Then speak. Then try to speak. Now I am going to show a calculation. Listening skill depend on to learn a language 35% skills. Speaking 40%. Reading 9%. Writing 16%. Okay, if I calculate 100%. You can see now speaking is the highest priority to learn a language. But how is it possible? At first you have to listen. Then you will try to speak. But when we learn English, we never follow these rules. Our main targeting point, how can we achieve? How can we get? How can we show the best performance? Dear student, you have got from 100. You have got 90 from 100. It's your performance. But if you are unable to speak in English, it's a deteriorated condition. Now I tell you that it's a condition you have become an educated dumb man. Dear student, educated dumb man, that means dumb man cannot speak. But you have become educated dumb man after receiving education. How? You have completed and you are learning English since your childhood from grade 1 to 12. Now you are grade 6. You have already passed 5 years. But nobody helps you. Nobody encourages you to speak in English. Main hindrance, you will do better when you will grow up. No. I tell you that you will start from this grade. You are student of grade 6. If you try from now and from today, a little bit. Now today is the 5th April. You can check your calendar. After 3 months, after 6 months, you will calculate it yourself. Then you will improve. And another skill, reading. Reading skill help you speaking skills. Why and how? If you read the topic, that's been your English textbook topic. If you read loudly, then your sound will be clear. Otherwise, it's not possible. If you read the topic very silently, your pronunciation, your accent, your sound never clear to others. Dear student, so there is no alternative way without practice, practice and practice. If you want to develop your speaking power but you don't practice, no, never possible. Speaking skills must be improved if you speak. And another thing, you have to listen. When you start your speaking power and when you start speaking, okay, first time you can make mistake. It doesn't matter. Mistake is a part of our education. But when we make mistake, our mother tongue, nobody follows it. Nobody concerned about this matter. When you try to speak in English, your surrounding people, those who are educated, someone a little bit knows about this matter. If he or she tries find out your mistake. Sometimes they insult you. They can talk to you. Is your English is mistake? Isn't your English correct? Etc. But you never stop. But you should continue. Making mistake is a foundation to help you learn not only language but also any kind of things. When you are a child, when you are started to work, at first you couldn't run very fast. At first you have learned how to walk. Your father, your mother, your grandfather, grandmother, your relatives help you how to walk. In this way, English is a language. So, if you try, then you will achieve your goal. But if you have got the highest marks, it doesn't matter, in future you will fall in great difficulty, because the authority never ask you how much marks have you got. They ask you, can you speak in English? Are you able to speak in English? If you don't speak in English and you have not so much skilled in speaking English, your certificate will be worthless. I suggest you that from today you have promised yourself. And I would like to tell something about your guardians. Please help your son and daughter. And you will encourage your son and daughter to speak in English. They are not unable, they are able if you help them, if you behave with them positively. Please. And your son and daughter have a lot of potentiality if you help them. Dear guardians, your son and daughter, your asset. You will try to help them very positively. And English is so much importance. Every student must learn English, and they memorize about importance of learning English, paragraph, letter, email, etc. But real situation is totally different. They are not able to speak in English. But you have given first priority. How can I improve my speaking power skill? Now I am going to show your textbook. You have seen a passage, a demo. My name is Tarun Chaudhary. I am 11 years old. I have brown eyes, brown hair, and I am 4 feet 3 inches tall. I am good at playing football and drawing. My hobbies are collecting stamps and reading. I like to read comic books and eat peanuts. I really don't like any kinds of soft drinks, dear student. And if you go next page, here is a blank. Why and what should you do? You have to try to write down about yourself. Then you will try to read and then you will speak. But on the other hand, your work is totally opposite. What should you do? You are memorizing model, but you don't know what should you do. You don't memorize model question. You will memorize vocabulary with English meaning. A lot of vocabulary, if you know, you will solve your question paper. That's been answer no 1. 10 question set up here and 4 alternative answer also given. But if you don't know the vocabulary, you will not be given the correct answer. But you are able, if you memorize, the question comes from memorizing model question, you are able. This is true, but real true. If you take for the exam out of your limitation, that's when you have memorized a lot of model question, but this question will not come from your memorizing model question, but you are totally unable. But from today, I suggest you that you should memorize, you should learn, you should emphasize on only vocabulary. Vocabulary helps you to understand the meaning. You are able to write down from answer no 1, answer no 2, answer no 3. Every question you are able to give the correct answer. Dear student, you are student of grade 6. But from today, if you start after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you have acquired and you will own and you will be a good speaker. But I never tell you it's possible for you within 3 months, within 2 months, within 1 week. No, it's never possible for you, not for me. Because English is not our mother tongue, it's a foreign language. It's an international language. If you are skilled in English, that means if you are able to speak in English, you will be dominated not only our country but also across the globe. So remember it. Only one language that helps you to dominate in the world. But if you know more language, it also better for you. But you have to emphasize on how can I improve my speaking power. But you have to go alone. Nobody helps you at first time. Okay? You have to go alone. But I never tell you, you have to get the highest marks. No, never. You have got, but you are unable to speak in English. This number will be fall in great difficulty again and another time. I have already told. So you will try to emphasize. Now, what should you do? You have to listen, then speak. Then speak. Try a little bit. Okay? And after 3 months, after 6 months, if you keep and if you continue after completing your SSC level, you will be a good speaker. You are able to speak in English very fluently. Then I believe. But only you have changed your mind. You have changed your aim. At any cost, I will learn. I will be able to speak in English. Then your eagerness must help you to improve your skill. Dear student, again and again, I would like to tell you that what should you do? You never memorize model question from any guidebooks and from others. You will try to know the vocabulary. You will try to know the meaning from your dictionary. Only understanding the power of vocabulary that helps you. That helps you to improve your skill. But speaking skills, if you don't speak, never helps you to improve your speaking skill. If you read English textbook, vocabulary and magazine, if you read, that helps your reading power. And if you don't speak and if you don't try to tell something, that means speak. Okay, but never helps you to improve your skill. So I tell you that you will try, then you will write, and then you will speak to others, as like before your guardians, as like your father and mother. You will call your father, "Father, listen to me. Now I am going to describe myself. Please listen to me." Then you will try to tell about me. What's my performance? Okay. Then you will read the topic, your first school, because you have already passed your primary. Now you are a student of secondary level. Then you can see that Tarun's first school. You have to read the topic loudly. How? My first day at the new school was interesting. I was going to school with my father in a rickshaw. We reached school after 15 minutes. My father said goodbye and left me at the school gate. I went in, found that everyone had gone to the class. I walked into my classroom and found a seat. After some time, a teacher came and warmly greeted us. I found the students very friendly in new class. Why these topics included in your textbook? Because you are completing primary level, now you are secondary level, but you have come from different schools. Some of friends in your primary school, but others from other school. Then it's a new situation, new environment. Okay, then you will try to describe yourself. At first you don't and you are not able to speak, but you will try. If you don't try, your skill never helps you to improve your skill. Again and again, speaking means speaking. You have to speak. Understand? And another topics I would like to show before you. Your topics, your textbook also included some dialogue. What's the main work for and what's the main duty? Because for practicing, you can select if your guardian educated, that's mean your father or mother. You can call him, father, come to me. And your father, you will tell your side, and I'm son, I tell my side. It's a conversation. It's a demo. How can you start? I have understood that you have already understood what I'm telling to you. In this way, if you don't have found a person to whom talk to with, but it doesn't matter. You will talk yourself. You are acting as like your father. You are acting as like son. Okay? In this way, you will develop your speaking power. Okay? And in your textbook, some dialogues also included. But most of the time, you are very busy for memorizing model question. No, never. You shouldn't do that. You should. If you want to improve, if you dominate in future, you should know English. You should know how to speak in English. Otherwise not. Your highest number, your best number never helps you. Because you are educated, dumb man you have already become. So I tell you that from today you have promised. Okay. So now I'm going to conclude my session, and from next class I will try to elaborate from your textbook English first paper and second paper. I will also help you. But I help you. But if you are not help yourself, you never improve. Understand? You never improve yourself. But at first, you have to do. You have to do. Those who are able to speak in English, everyone knows you. They call you that he or she is an expert in English. He knows and she knows how to speak in English. My advice, you should follow. And if you know the vocabulary, then you will write down your answer from the question paper. Okay? But if you memorize, but you should give an first priority only vocabulary. If you are rich vocabulary, then you will tell something before others, before the audience. Okay, you are now grade 6. The whole life you are not staying in the grade 6, after continuing grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and after completing your 12th class, you will be admitted into university. So again and again, dear student, you will try. You will try. I believe you will do and you will reach your goal. You are the best student. But only hindrance, nobody helps you. How can you start? Understand? So, dear guardians, I would like to request you earnestly, please help your son and daughter to improve their skills. English is a language. Language means to talk, to communicate. If they are unable to talk, communicate, your son and daughter will be an unemployment. They will not get good job. So I request you that not only good job, but also they will not be dominated in the world. And last word, dear student, you are not only student of my country, you are student of globe. If you want to dominate yourself, you must be skilled. English and another subject I will talk with you later. Its name is ICT. So today's class now I am going to postpone and end. Thank you very much. See you again.